means I'm live. Let me check if I'm live. Hello everyone. This is just a test stream for now. I just want to see if I can do this. Let me just see how the live stream looks. Let me check if I'm live. Hello everyone. This is just a test stream for now. I just want to see if I can do this. Let me just see how the live stream looks. Okay, the live stream works. So yeah, hello everyone. I just decided I'll do my stream today. Just going live. I have a bit of a cold, but nothing major. And I'm just going to see how this thing pans out. I just want to create something. What I'm going to do is I want my first Headless CMS build. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to explain it shortly. My Headless CMS is a content management system that is, let's say, it's headless, which means that it's basically content oriented. So we don't have a monolithic old content management system there. We just have a simple overview, a simple editing process, and just a database, and other applications just use this content management system via APIs to access the data and render the screens. It's a lot more flexible than old monolithic content management systems. That's why I want to do this for my web-based project. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do for now. This is just the design phase. I thought for my test stream I just design this thing a little bit. So let's see how this looks. I'm using Figma. Figma is a tool that I've come into contact recently with on my workplace. Yeah. It's a good tool. I'm still not very used to it. I've just designed one web application with it so far. We're going to see how this pans out with Figma. You can have multiple layers with it. You can make transitions so that you have a click dummy where people just can click on stuff so it moves to the next phase and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool tool if you ask me. So we're just going to create a new design file. Let's see. Let's rename this into Try Lightning Headless CMS. Okay. Okay. What we are going to do is add a new frame. We're going with desktop. Desktop first. We usually here's another thing. Yeah, usually we go mobile first approach. So we create the mobile version first. But what I always like to have the desktop version first, figured out. When programming, I'm going to use the mobile first approach. But for now, I'm going to use the desktop first version because I always want to have a thing. It's something how the desktop version looks and feels before I go on to create a mobile version. So that's what we're going to do. let's look into this. So we have page. We're going to add another rectangle. So this is how this thing works. You just add design elements, add text. On the right side, you can actually see stuff that you can directly input into your CSS on the website, which is really cool. Like, these are all CSS properties that you can directly use from your Figma file and input them into your website. So that's pretty cool. What we're going to design now is the overview section of what we will use. So what we want here is, first off, we're going to have a header, a simple header. Colors, I'm going to add colors later. I don't already use. What the design process here means, this is going to be the edit page. So this is where the content will get edited into Figma, into the CMS. So what we basically have is we set up a database with all the content and the pages there that can easily read out from anywhere you want, and we have one central page where you can edit and users can edit. We need to set up a user system for that, but so this is the central component of this. So what we basically do is, let's see, we're going to add text to it, just simple text. Try lightning CMS. We're going to fix this. Font size 16, maybe. This is just the main overview. And this is where we're going to deviate a little bit. We're going to add a few more rectangles to it. These are going to be buttons. So what we have here is a button, not full. Let's use standard metrics for this. This is how much? 80 pixels. 80 pixels seems fair. The header segment. So where's my rectangle? Here. Here it is. If we have 80 pixels, you can see you can put them to the middle. If we have 80 pixels, we're going to go for height of maybe 60, and then centralize it, move it to the right. Okay, this seems fine. Yeah, so we add a few more rectangles. Here we have. These are going to get filled with icons, these rectangles, so let's give them a different color. What do we do with color? Just to signify, these are going to be buttons that will work accordingly. So we want to have a new page button. We want to have a new content button, for example. So we're going to use a few more buttons. Let's use this. Let's make this another 60 by 60. Okay, 60 by 60. can set this here. Screw this. So we put this here. Make this one blue. This is just going to be placeholders. We're going to add a lot of stuff later. So we duplicate this. Let's see if I can use like, yeah. And one more. So this one red and this one pink. Pink is not very visible. Let's use purple. Okay. So these are going to be our edit buttons. What I always in design, what I always do first is set up the where everything is, and then add details later. So what we are going to have here is, what I want to have is an overview of pages that the customer has. So what we want to have here is on the left side, we want to have a page tree. Important for a content management system is always the page tree, because page trees are used for navigation. It's test pages, sub pages. It determines the URL of the pages of the content, and it's pretty practical if you look at it. So what we want to have here is a page tree, and how do we do that? Basically, let's give this element a little bit of a different color, a little bit of a darker gray. It's too dark. Free. That's too dark. That might work. Okay. So we add a little bit of text elements here. Basically, these are just page elements. So what we do is home. Okay. Home. Let's place it over here. Let's put the CMS thing here. Make it smaller. So this is going to be the home page, and then we have basically not sure what I should add to this, but the way a page tree usually works is by having, let's see, another text below it. Let's say this is the about section, and have a little bit of an incline. Wait. Let me get this. What the fuck? What the fuck? Let's zoom in. Let's have an arrow. And move this a little bit inwards. These are all going to be links. So by clicking on a page, you open the edit mask for the page. If you want to add a new page, you're going to use a button, and you're going to add it to this. So we have home, about, let's copy this. Let's see. What do we have on our own page? I'm going to look at my page, trylightning.com. If any of you want to see this, this is my own page. I used React.js to just render this out. It doesn't have a content management system attached to it. It's basically a front-end router with with simple React.js, and there's nothing about it. I don't think it needs a CMS, basically, because it's really easy to use. Like, it's a simple web page. There's nothing much on it. If you're interested, you can contact us on the web page and request something, a new application you want to have or a new web page. Just going to show my web page for a bit, but yeah, that's what we are going to do now. So in the home section, I'm going to contact here and add another one here, and let's make this an imprint, for example. So this is going to be a page tree. Let's see if we can group selection. Wait a second, create components. That's it. So we can create components like this. So in Figma, you can use components, and basically I've done all of these. You can access all of these via the component menu. We can rename this, I think. Yes, this is the page tree section. Okay, so if you use a component, you can punch them together like this and basically move them around like this, so you can place them wherever you want. And yeah, let's do the same thing with the header. Create components, and let's rename this component as header. Okay. So this is going to be the main section of the game. So this is the main thing you see. So what we have here is the starting page, basically. What you're going to see is, this is the starting page. You're going to land on it. You basically have these edit buttons over here. You're going to have your page tree over here. So if you click on, if you either create a new page or you click on something, you're going to land on a different page. So what we are going to do now is create, can we create a new frame? Let's see. Okay, so we have desktop 2. We just copied the, let's see. Let's select this. We want to move this a little bit. So what I want to do now is, for example, this person has clicked on the home tree section of this. So what I want to do is I'm going to prototype this. How did we do this again? Let's inspect device. No. Let's see. Yeah, here, interactions. Probably, yeah, okay. Here we go, interactions. We're going to add an interaction. On click, we want to, we can see on click, we want to navigate to desktop 2. So what this is going to do is, it's going to navigate us to, so for example, if the user clicks this thing, it's going to navigate us to this view. So we can make this view different. So what we are going to do here is a little bit different. We're going to have a few form fields. So like this, and text attached to it. Let's see if we can do this. Get this a little bit lower. Okay. So for example, this is now a page title. Let's move this text a little bit. Wait a second. Jump up to the sign. Here we go. Page title. Let's move this in the middle. We're going to make a form here, basic form. Page ID is pretty important. This is going to be something that we assign. So this is not going to be a form field. So page ID is going to be a read-only field. Let's just use a simple ID of let's just use an example. This is going to be a ID generator that we use from C#. Okay. So this is a read-only page ID, page title. For example, just so we're this is just, you know, the bare basics. We can have then stuff like page URL. Let's try this. Page URL. Let's see. This seems in order. Let's copy this field over here. Okay. So what we're going to do now is add a text in the middle. Page title is home, and URL. Let's see if I can add another text. Okay. This is /home. This is not just an example of how we can do this. So this is the page title and the URL. Then we're going to have a section where all of the content is listed on the page in order. So basically, you can add new content via a menu to the page, but we need to create content tiles first. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Let's add this all together as a component. This is going to be a component rename. This is going to be page form. Okay. So with these basic steps, if I click here, I can see my prototype. Let's see if this works. So what you see here is the prototype we just created. I don't know why this is like this. So we have these two pages. I have here is if I click home, I get to this page. We can do that for all of the other stuff over here. And that's about it. It's the core functionalities of Figma. We can now go into create more and add stuff later. But I think that's it for the test stream. I just wanted to demonstrate Figma a little bit and test out this live streaming thing. So that's about it. Next time I'm going to stream, I'm going to have this application worked out and Figma ready to go. I'm going to have this whole design process figured out next time. And that's about it, I think. And I'm going to set up the dev environment already so we can start programming. We are going to start, here's the thing, something I want to talk about. We're going to start programming front end first, just so we have a clue of how the database has to look. So I'm going to design this whole thing, then I'm going to create a front end that doesn't do anything, and then we're going to create the backend to it with the database intact. So next time on the stream, I'm going to create the front end of the application. We're going to go into a lot of code. We're going to program this together. If you want, please leave a like and subscribe. So I know that people are actually interested in this. So until next time,